showdown coming. Conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest. Returned, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Badgers offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese, and it's so cool. The tight end position now is...
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Badgers want to crank the tempo.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success.
Always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to conclude a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
The Badgers look to keep this drive humming.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
He'll try the left side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. The throw. They knock him down after... Ball is at the 9-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Singleton. Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown, Badger!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was... They go 10 plays on the opening drive, cap it off with a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense has the ball for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive. And this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Up-tempo for the offense. To the ground with the back. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide out in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man quickly. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. 1st down here for the offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting those progression.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They're going to run it to the right. Crosses the 30. He's got away. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Power ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
And the extra point is good. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Here comes the offense on 1st down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. We've got a and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Had to throw it before he wanted. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to pass. It's Singleton. Fires to the big fella. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Badgers want to pick up the tempo. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevel to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot. You're going to be a play-action team and pick and choose your spots, but it won't be an offense with Wisconsin that is opening up. It's throwing the football 30, 40 times again.
They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position, and right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses now.
And it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They go to the ground. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. They pick up of 6.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Tackled after picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. It's complete on the right side. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Fires to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Gets away from one, finds room. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. This quarterback part of their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. Working that left side now. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They want to continue this long drive. Ninth play coming. It's 3rd and 5. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Buckeyes will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Cuevas. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And the big fella really had nowhere to go. You're trying to catch people off guard by throwing it to him. He was a little bit open, but man, that closed fast, and he had nowhere to go. No gain on the play.
And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on 3rd down? Trying to bully their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Central Michigan needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Mount Pleasant behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Northern Illinois. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to throw, it's Singleton. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the 1st down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get up.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Corners are going to bail. On 2nd down, wants to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game.
And the Badgers will kick it away to crank up the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And, guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. To the air, it's Hawkins. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on 2nd down. The run to the right. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. He makes the connection. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Buckeyes will hustle through the line. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's on target and complete. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. And the Buckeyes are rolling down the field. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
The give to the tailback. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. Fires to the big fella. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going back to the ground. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. The play action fake. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll try to convert on 4th down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Pulls it in. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a 1st down. The Badgers are in the hurry-up.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes.
Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Now, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats.